This is part one of a series on elbow techniques, and I just want to talk about this basic exercise here for doing elbow strikes. Again, we do a little different than karate do. We don't have a hard fist when we do this. We normally have an open hand. This one here, I'm just going to go into it a little bit here, and then I'll go into another part later with other different ways of doing elbows. But this one, just a basic one for your students, is you're coming around here making a big circular motion, and then once the hand gets here, it's like the sensation I'm touching something electric and then shooting in. Now, I don't want to go past the chest, because once I go past the chest, I start having one muscle pull against the other one, and I start getting strain and stress and feel tension within my body. Always remember, when you're doing strikes, kicks, elbows, punches, whatever, if you feel it, a strain inside your body, your opponent is not, okay? So when you're training with your opponent, it's very important that you get a biofeedback or feedback from your opponent for him to let you know which one was the strongest kick, punch, elbow, knee that you're doing, so that you can identify with that. Because I found out that in any sport, just like everybody's played baseball, where the guy comes up and he hits the ball and the bat reverberates and the ball dinks about 10 feet, and you feel it all in here, and you feel all the energy transmit back into your body. And other times they come up and they hit it, and it hits a perfect hit, and with that perfect hit, the ball goes sailing over the wall, and it feels like you hit a cushion, and you didn't feel any feedback whatsoever. Remember, when you feel it in your body, it is not transmitted out of your body, and there's no force within the technique that you're doing. This goes for punches, kicks, elbows, whatever. So whenever you don't feel it, usually that energy is flowed out. And when you're working with your opponent with a heavy shield or the bags, it's always good for your opponent to give you feedback to let you know that, hey, that last one you did was the best one you did. How were you moving? How were you thinking? How were you breathing? Try to do it again. And then he does it again. Boom! And he's, that one is another good one. And then you register in your brain, oh, wow, this is how I was moving and breathing and doing, and this is where the power is. Because sometimes you feel there's no power, but your opponent says, wow, man, you about took the wind out of me. I'm holding this pad, So this is something to keep in mind when you're training with your opponent. Again, this elbow here is coming around, feel like you touch something electric, and then strike in. And you notice what I'm doing as I do this, I'm shifting the weight to the same side that I'm striking. So right now, it's not 100%, but the majority of the weight is on my right side, the same side I'm striking with. Again, don't let it go past, because now it starts to deviate off the target. I start to get stress in my shoulder, and I start having one muscle pull against the other muscle, and I cause resistance, and it limits my energy flow. So again, making a big circle, touch something electric, right here. And again, same thing with the left side. Big circle, touch something electric, hit in, okay? This is a very good technique. Again, if I want to hit behind, you'll see a lot of guys will do this kind of nonsense, okay? I don't agree with that. What you do is the same technique that we did, okay? But I'm going to just move my body 90 degrees and striking behind. Same thing, left side, I shift so that my body turns 90 degrees. Same technique we just learned, and then striking behind. I'm here with a bag here, and I'll demonstrate. So if somebody's behind me, I'm just going to turn here and strike. Same thing here. I'm here, turn, circle, strike. Okay, a little bit about elbow technique, part one. We're going to get into a lot of different elbow techniques. Folding, unfolding elbow, all different ways of doing elbow. This is just the basic one you want your students to practice, get good at. This is very good for the street. A guy can be right next to you and just boom, you let him have it, So, okay, you catch on the flip side, notification, and subscribe.